page 215, number 17. It says find the indicated measure. And again, like I explained when I told you the assigned problems, we need the exact and the rounded. We need the exact and the rounded answer. We are looking for, on number 17, the measurement of arc AB, of minor arc AB. What object in this diagram has the same measurement of minor arc AB? Say louder. Angle ACB. Okay? So they could have asked that as well. Hey, find the measure of angle ACB. It's the same exact thing as asking for the measurement of minor arc AB, because we know that a central angle and its intercepted arc, they have the same exact measurement. Okay? How do I know if this 23.88, how do I know that is either the area of this sector or if this is the length of arc AB? Because on the tests and quizzes, they're going to be all mixed up. Some of them you're going to be finding sector area, some of them you're going to find arc length. So you need to be able to look at these diagrams and interpret them correctly. So a two-part question when I call on you. A, what is this? Is this arc length or area of a sector? And B, how do you know? Is that valid?
It's the arc length, and because it doesn't have the inches squared, you know it's not the area.
Perfect, okay? Units. Look at your units. This is inches. So that is a length. So use your context clues to know what you got. Okay, so yes, 23.88 is representing the length of arc AB. And as always on quiz or test, ask. Don't just guess or don't just assume. Ask. Okay, here we go. Part over whole equals part over whole. This will always be there. 360 degrees is always going to be there because that's not going to change. What goes above 360 degrees? The measurement of the intercepted arc, or the arc that you have the length for, or the measurement of the arc that you have the area of the sector for, whatever. So what are we going to put there? That's our unknown. So if you want, you could write in the measurement of arc AB, and you just know that that notation is a big ugly variable. That's completely fine. Are you writing this down, Yerma? It's impossible without your pencil on paper, so please do that. But I'm just going to keep it simple and just say X, and I know that the measurement of minor arc AB is X, because that's just less writing. So, I mean, if you want to keep writing measurement of arc AB, keep doing it. More power to you. So since we are talking about arc length, the part over whole is going to be the arc length, which we have, 23.88 over, what's the whole that we're talking about right now? Circumference. Okay, the arc length is part of the whole circumference. So if you want to put a big old C there, you can, but later on you're going to have to replace that C with the equation 2 pi r. But you have the radius, so that is 2 pi times 12. And then why not just go ahead and simplify that? My circumference is exactly 24 pi. Okay? If you guys were a regular geometry class, then I would make you go step by step. And I would make you write 23.88 over C, 23.88 over 2 pi over 12, 23.88 over 24 pi. I would make you do that. I think we're pretty comfortable with, we know where this is coming from. This is the circumference, and it is 2 pi r, so 2 times 12, 24 pi. Okay? So what's my next step? Cross multiply. One product is going to be 24 pi times x. And that equals to, can someone please type into the calculator 360 times 23.88 for me?
8,596.8.
Ricardo, go.
8,596.8.
Thank you. 8,596.8. So this is our cross product. We need to get the unknown by itself. We need to get what we don't know. We need to get that solved for. Our unknown is the variable x. Because again, we know what pi is. We know that that is circumference divided by diameter. We know what that is. 3.1415, blah, 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 down it goes. So, what's currently happening to the variable x? What's currently happening? It's being multiplied by 24 pi. So what are we going to do to get x, the variable, by itself? Divide both sides of the equation by 24 pi. So that now on the left-hand side, we are just left with x. Okay, so my exact answer is the unsimplified exact answer is 8,596.8 divided by 24 pi. We need to, it's gross to have decimals in fractions. Like, so let's just try to get rid of that. I know that my new answer, please pay attention rather than typing something into your calculator. Your exact answer must have pi in it. Where is pi right now? And that's, what is the bottom called? There we go. It's in the denominator, so we know that our simplified exact answer, pi is still going to be in the denominator. So I write that first, then let's pick up our handy-dandy calculator. Type these coefficients, type these numbers into the calculator without pi, so that we can get a prettier simplified fraction. What's my new numerator?
1,791.5.
And my denominator is 5, and then we got the pi there. So this is the exact answer I want. What's my units? Think about this first. Nope. Not inches squared. It's degrees. What are you searching for? You're searching for the measurement of arc AB. So maybe this whole x thing was a bad idea. Maybe we should have kept the measurement of minor arc AB and then the measurement of minor arc AB, so that we knew in the end, hey, this got to be degrees. So be careful. Know what you're solving for. Know what you're solving for. Let's go ahead and get a rounded answer for this. Whoa. You're telling me that the measurement of this arc is 1,125 degrees? Only it could be. But I thought the whole grand total was 360. So we're going 1,125? But we're just going to go round, around, 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 around? Mm-mm. So what's happening here? This is the correct exact answer. What's happening is our calculator doesn't know what we mean right now when we type it in. Your calculator strictly, very strictly, follows PEMDAS. And so it is going to do all the multiplication, all the division in order from left to right. So when you type in 1,791 divided by 5 pi, just like that, it doesn't know that this is one fraction and the denominator is 5 pi. When you type that in, it thinks, it's going to be very strict about PEMDAS, and it thinks that you want 1,791 divided by 5, so it's going to first do that. Then it's going to, you said 5 times pi, so it's going to take that answer and multiply it to pi. And that's where that 1,125 is coming from. But we obviously know that's not the case. There's no way that minor arc can ever measure 1,125. So what needs to happen is you need to be diligent about using parentheses. Just like I said last class, parentheses are your friend, right, Sayla? Parentheses are your friend. So we need to put parentheses around our denominator, 5 pi. When we do that, when we put parentheses, and when we use our calculator correctly, then we're going to get a more reasonable answer. The measurement of that arc is 114. You have to put parentheses around your denominators, especially when there's pi involved. Okay, because your calculator is going to strictly do what it says. So now what it's going to do is it's going to follow PEMDAS. It's going to evaluate what's in the parentheses first. There are no exponents. There is no multiplication. Then it's going to do this division. It's going to do 1,791 divided by whatever 5 times pi is. You've got to tell the calculator what to do. If not, it's just going to do what it's programmed to do, and that's follow PEMDAS. Okay. What do you do if you don't have one of these fancy dancy calculators at home? You can stop at the exact answer, and then I'll give you guys some time at the beginning of the class to type these exact answers into your calculator and get the routage, just like we did with trigonometry. So again, just because you don't have one of these fancy dancy calculators at home does not justify you not doing it on your